The Series 10 exam is officially known as the General Securities Sales Supervisor Exam. It is commonly referred to as the Branch Manager Regulations Test. It qualifies an individual to be a principal, supervising sales of general securities and municipal securities at a broker-dealer. This is a limited principal exam. The primary duties of a branch manager with a Series 10 license include approving customer accounts, training sales and sales supervisory personnel, and maintaining records related to securities transactions. To be eligible to take the Series 10, an individual must 1. Be employed by a FINRA member firm or associated SRO, self-regulatory organization, that sponsors the person for the exam. And 2, they must have passed the SIE, Securities Industry Essentials exam, and the Series 7 General Securities Registered Representative exam. The Series 10 consists of 145 questions. You have 4 hours to complete the exam. In order to pass, you must score 70%, answering 102 of the 145 questions correctly. Past Perfect's Series 10 study materials organize the topics covered in a slightly different way from the FINRA outline. The 5 major subject areas and the number of questions in each are sales supervision, 25 questions. Customer accounts, 25 questions. Primary, secondary markets, 25 questions. Investment companies, retirement plans, and financial responsibility, 25 questions. MSRB rules, 45 questions, for a total of 145 questions. It is important to note that there will be 10 additional questions for a total of 155 on the actual test. These questions are being pre-tested for possible inclusion in the exam's pool of test questions in the future. These questions will not be identified separately when you take the test, and your answers to these will not count towards your passing or failing your Series 10 exam. The Series 10 exam focuses on what happens in the day-to-day running of a branch office. Broadly speaking, the test consists of 100 questions on overall securities regulations and 45 questions specifically on MSRB rules. The majority of the questions in both groups are not formulaic. They do not require you to simply memorize rules. Instead, many of the questions are situational based, requiring you to use your judgment about how the rule or regulation applies in a specific scenario. As a result, you will often feel, as you're reading the A, B, C, or D choices, that some of them are very similar and that you are not evaluating clear black or white situations. Instead, you are evaluating gray areas. You will probably be able to narrow the correct answer down to 2 possible choices, leaving you to pick the better of the 2 based on your informed judgment. You probably won't be able to deduce the correct answer based on your experience working at a brokerage firm. Reading each question carefully is essential. Equally important is having knowledge of the regulatory subtleties that will correctly inform your judgment when choosing the best answer to a test question. How do you gain the knowledge as well as the reading skills you need? Past Perfect's final exams for the Series 10 are your key. You must complete all of these exams, not half, not 3/4, all of the final exams. Start your preparation by doing a light read of the Series 10 training manual and/or taking a live virtual class with one of PastPerfect's knowledgeable, experienced instructors. Once you feel you have a basic understanding of the information, start taking the final examinations. We strongly recommend that you take the test online via the PastPerfect website. When you sign on, you'll be given the choice to take the final exams in either practice mode or timed mode. Use practice mode. It gives you the ability to review the explanation for each answer immediately after choosing A, B, C, or D. Pay special attention to the explanation to each of the questions you answered incorrectly or answered by guessing. This review is your best way to gain an understanding of the specific details you must know for the exam. Take notes as you review these explanations. This strategy will reinforce the information. You should follow our proven one exam a day regimen. That's taking and reviewing one final exam every day. Each exam takes about 4 hours to complete and review. As you take and review the final exams, you will automatically gain the knowledge you need to help you choose the right answer on the real test. And your ability to read the questions accurately will improve. It takes about 50 hours of study to be fully prepared to take the Series 10 exam. As you take the final exams, your scores are likely to hover in the mid to upper 60s. Don't be discouraged and don't be alarmed. You are encountering and learning many rules and regulations for the first time. The knowledge you accumulate will result in you achieving a higher passing score on the actual Series 10 exam. The Series 10 is in printed form, consisting of a study manual, a book of final exams, and a quick 10 guide that summarizes and highlights key test information in bullet form. PastPerfect's entire pool of Series 10 final exams can be purchased separately as a product called Data Bank. Live virtual classes are also available. They are taught by our experienced instructors with in-depth knowledge about the exam and its subtleties. All of PastPerfect's Series 10 delivery methods, the printed study materials, data bank, and the live virtual classes can be combined in any way to meet your study needs. All materials are written in clear, easy to understand language, not legalese, and all use proven learning methodologies that enable you to study efficiently for and pass your securities industry licensing examination the first time. As you study for your Series 10 in a very disciplined way, remember, practice makes perfect at PastPerfect.